the mind time versus clock time. Clock time, right? Tick, 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 tick. Mind time is what you perceive it to be. And that perception becomes the reality of, we've been doing this with time studies. You may think you're spot on and you're delivering your care in, 2 minutes, 1 minute, whatever it is, 5 minutes. I don't care about the number. But in reality, it's double that or triple that. Or maybe you think you're taking time, you're beating the shit out of yourself, saying, man, I'm just taking too much time on this. Then when you actually check it, it's not real. So, but this mind time versus clock time will lead us astray. And think about this, like perceived time, like this mind time layers into what you perceive it to be. And that's true whether it's, I perceive that I don't have enough space and time to do this, or how about the patient? I mean, we talk about this and most of you see enough volume. Do you think the patients actually have a clue deep down in their mind how long you spend with them? Like, I think I've told this story before of a patient that she came in, she was giving us a compliment. She's like, you know what? I think she left the office when insurance changed or some shit like that, which always drives you crazy. It didn't have maps back then, or I would have mapped the hell out of that. But in a couple months, right, she comes back because regardless of insurance benefits, she wasn't getting treated the same. And when she came back in, she's like, I just appreciate all the time. Over there, they were just running me through. I mean, weren't even spending 5 minutes with me. And so I'm back here and I'm thinking, I'm spending less than 2 with you. And your reference point was the 5 that they spend is too little. I'm spending less on clock time, but because I'm present, you perceive it to be different. Another Hayesism, right? Farley, I think Steve was one you say, do you want to, y'all probably still say this in PCS. It's like, do you want a quick peck on the cheek or do you want a long, passionate kiss? Right? Thanks for the visual there, Risley. But it's all about how it seems. We talk about quality time, right? With kids and our spouses, quality time. It's not clock time. It's quality time. Because, we call it balance, which is kind of ironic because there's nothing balanced to what we do. You're not going to put 25% across the board. You're going to have seasons like Gabriel's talking about where you're putting so much more into your business than your personal life, and potentially vice versa. Maybe Steven's seeming like he thinks he was going to do it all at the same time somehow. But, there may be seasons you're having a baby, life takes a little more clock time there, but in reality, he's still putting in more clock time at the office than he is even at home. But Jill may not perceive it because of the way he's showing up. So there's all these variables to look at. And I said it before, like time is finite on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly basis. What is variable is the time we have. So we have to maximize it. And that's my thing, is like owning the time and not letting, it's funny. I was thinking for a second, I'm not going to be PC, so I'll clean this up. But it's not allowing, the time serving me rather than me serving the time. Like, am I going to own it or is it going to own me? It's always that equation. So, and you got to respect the nature of it, right? Because it is what it is. You can't change that part. Since the beginning of time, it's been this amount of time. We're not going to change that.